So this week's phrase is, you are perfect and you need some improvement. So this is something that was said by great Zen master Daisetsu Suzuki. And I like it. It's humorous, and it reminds us of our, well, it contains a kind of contradiction. And spirituality has these kinds of contradictions because there are so many aspects to ourself. And, in the realm of infinity, anything is possible, even contradictions. Right? So you are perfect and you need some improvement. Well, the first thing that we need to improve is to remember that we are perfect. So we are perfect. That is our nature. But we are imperfect in practice. We are imperfect in remembering our nature. Right? So our nature is perfection, and our practice that we need to improve and we need to work upon is remembering that perfection. And so many other things. Working with our weaknesses, our bad habits that are stopping us from experiencing that perfection. Right? To experience that perfection, one needs to be a little bit settled and a little bit calm and a little bit introspective. And if we stay up all night partying or doing something that's going to make us feel unbalanced and groggy in the morning, then it'll be difficult to sit, to have that kind of calmness and stillness of perception where I can really get in touch with enjoy my perfection. So, and then we all say and do things that we regret, and we make mistakes, and all that, working on those and trying to improve your character and your lifestyle and things like that are part of leading your life in a way that will enable you to have the balance and awareness of mind that you can remember that you are perfect. Okay, so we are perfect, but that's pointless if you can't experience it. Right? So in order to experience that perfection, we have to do some work and try to improve ourselves in our lifestyle and habits, etc. It's also a gentle phrase. It means instead of it shows a sense of loving yourself, right? And it shows a sense of acceptance and tolerance of your weaknesses, not beating yourself up about them, but also shows an intention to do something about them, not just to kind of let yourself be overwhelmed by your weaknesses. So to accept oneself, to see one's inner beauty, to love oneself, to accept where we are at the moment, that we're not, my essence is perfect, but I do need to do some work on myself, right? But in a very kind of humorous and light way, not in working on yourself like I'm bad and I hate this about myself, or those kind of things which can really get you down. So this phrase is very balanced and loving in that sense, and something that gives you an appetite for spiritual work, but with having a smile on your face, right? And that's it. You are perfect and you need a little improvement. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, so any thoughts, reactions?
So what's perfection?
Well, being I would say perfection is that state of stillness. Well, everything is perfect, right? But I think what it's referring to here is the root of your being, which is still. Okay. So there's a part of you that thinks, there's a part of you that thinks frantically, there's a part of you that worries. All these are levels of disturbance of the mind. Right? So as you go deeper into the mind, you have the surface level of agitation, you have the inner calmer levels, and gradually you come to that which we call the self, or Atma, which is pure consciousness. So like completely unruffled water, undisturbed water, clear, undisturbed. So that part of you is there, present all the time, and our job is to identify with it. So we have our weaknesses, but our job is to work with them, but we should never identify with them. Right? So I have this problem or that problem, but at the same time I'm conscious that this is a problem or a weakness or a character thing that I'm trying to work on, but I don't let it define me. It's not me, it's just, part of the spectrum. It's a temporary changing thing, it's not permanent. Whereas my deeper self, which is pure awareness, still, tranquil, perfect in that sense, undisturbed, pure, I guess that's what perfect means. That's my essential self, and that's what I'm trying to identify with. Does that answer your question to some degree?
I just forget to accept, tolerate, and love my weaknesses, but at the same time I let them define me. So that's it.
And so do I sometimes, and that's why a phrase like this is helpful.
Very helpful.
One question.
Yeah.
Because you said like all the weaknesses we have, they are temporary. But then so do also the strengths, like they are also temporary.
Yeah.
And so improvement, does it also mean to maintain the good things we have, or?
Well, they're temporary in the sense they're not absolute. They can stay with you for a long time. So the work that you do on yourself in this life, you will take with you into your next life. So if your weaknesses get worse, you'll take those into your next life. And if you improve your strengths, you will take that with you into your next life as well. But all of those things are changing, and all of those things are things that you need to work on to be able to enjoy your sense of consciousness or being, stillness. Which that part of you, the part of you which is the witness, it is beyond time and place. So in that sense it's permanent.